Welcome to the Renegade Fight. I am your host, RDJ. Uh, College football playoffs. Who's going to win it all? Let's talk about it. The first round of the playoffs will begin Friday night, December 19th, 2025. The first game that's on slate is the number 9 Alabama Crimson Tide versus the number 8 Oklahoma Sooners. They are 10-2. The game will be played on ESPN ABC at 8 p.m. on December 19th, which is a Friday night. So let's talk about it. The first round, Oklahoma versus Alabama. This matchup is a rematch of a game earlier this season, maybe a month ago. And Oklahoma won that game. I want to say that score was 21-23, but it was a close game. This game is going to be a matchup. I'm going to say it's going to be a matchup. Um, this game is going to be an awesome game. I think Alabama is going to come in firing. Um, they're going to come in playing lights out. Ty Simpson, quarterback Ty Simpson, he's going to be playing, lights out along with the coaching staff under Coach Kalen DeBoer. Uh, Alabama is ready for this game. Alabama is ready for this game. It's a lot of controversy. Should they have been in? Or should they not have been in? Notre Dame should have been in that spot. Hey, Alabama got the spot. So if you don't want Alabama in, if you're an Oklahoma Sooners fan, you root hard. You root hard for Oklahoma to pull this game out, and then you get rid of Alabama for the rest of the playoffs. But yes, Ty Simpson in that offense of Alabama, they will be hitting on all cylinders. Um, it's going to be a matchup between Alabama's offense and Oklahoma's defense. Um, Oklahoma's defense is going to come in. They're going to be playing lights out as well because if you really think about it, they have the bragging rights. They have the bragging rights because they won the game earlier this season. Coach Brent Venables, head coach for Oklahoma, he's going to have his team well prepared. He's going to have his defense and his team well ready for the game. You think about this, Coach Brent Venables, former coach, defense coordinator at Clemson. He has a lot of history with Alabama. He went to four. He helped Clemson get to 4 straight national championship games uh, against Alabama, which was coached under Nick Saban at the time. And Coach Brent Venables got 2 national championships as a defensive coordinator with Clemson by beating Alabama. So there's a little history in this. Now, granted, Coach DeBoer was not there at Alabama, but at the same time, this this is going to be a Brent Venables team, a Brent Venables defense that is going to be ready. Is going to be ready to play. These guys are going to be ready to play. This is going to be if you familiar with wrestling, the great Jim Ross used to say this is going to be a good old slobber knocker. This is going to be a game that you want to watch. Uh, so this is going to be one. Yeah, I can't wait for this. Next up, we have the Saturday games. December 20th, you have the number 10 Miami Hurricanes. They are 10-2 coming into the game. They will be facing off against the number 7 Texas A&M Aggies. They are 11-1. That game also going to be on ESPN and ABC. The game is 12 noon. This is another game that is going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome game. This got some history in it as well. Miami defense, Ruben Bain will be bringing that defense with some um, firepower. They're going to be ready to play against this Texas A&M team. Uh, this Miami team is ready. Miami did not play an ACC championship, but they had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. Now, at the same time, they did not know that they were going to play Texas A&M, but at the same time, you got well rest. You knew you were going to the playoffs, and you knew that it was your time and your turn to be ready to play against some top ranked teams. Uh, so Mario Cristobal and his staff, I think they have Miami ready um, for this game. And yes, I'm a Florida State fan, uh, all the way, 100%. But at the same time, Miami represents the ACC, and I'm not rooting for Miami, but I'm not rooting against Miami, because as long as Miami stays in this playoff, that gives the ACC more notoriety. It was already said some weeks ago or last week on one of the shows, pregame shows, the ACC shouldn't even get a nod in no year. Well, guess what? Somehow or another, the ACC keeps finding their way into the playoffs. And when we find our way into the playoffs, we show up and we show up big. Um, going back, you know, going back to the Clemson reference that I had with Coach Brent Venables. They beat Alabama twice in the playoffs. Hey, that's ACC. We got some wins. But Miami, I hope that they do play well enough to win the game. Um, like I said, the longer they stay in the playoffs, the more notoriety we can get in the ACC. And maybe people will stop talking about the ACC shouldn't be in the playoffs. Well, we got a team in, so they're the only team in the ACC that can represent for us. So hope that they play well enough to try to win at least, or at least compete. Yes, there's some history between this Miami and Texas A&M receiver Concepcion. I forgot his name, his first name, but his last name Concepcion. Um, he played at NC State, and a few years ago, and I want to say last season. So that's ACC ties, but he's with Texas A&M now. So that's going to be an ACC kind of matchup. How is Concepcion going to battle with the defense secondary against Miami? Uh, don't know, but Concepcion has had big plays uh, throughout the this season, and not only has he had big plays throughout this season, he has had a phenomenal football season. Coach Mike Elko, Texas A&M head coach, he has ties with the ACC as well. He coached at Duke before coming to Texas A&M. So this matchup is going to be sort of like an ACC matchup, but with a ACC team in Miami and an SEC team in Texas A&M. Um, this game will be played in College Station, Texas, and who's gonna show up? Uh, this is going to be a shootout type of game. This is going to be a battle in the trenches kind of game. This game is going to give you everything that you want to see in college football. It's going to come down to this keys to the game. Can Miami's defense stand up all night long? Can they play lights out all night long to win the game? If they can, or if they do, Miami can win the game through defense with a solid offense. Miami's quarterback Carson Beck is he is elite. He's elite. I knew that he was elite when he signed with Miami, and he's ready for the big stage, as you know, because he came from Georgia. Uh, so can he keep the offense solid enough to keep points on the board so that Miami's defense can go ahead and get tackles for loss, sacks, force interceptions, uh, get Texas A&M and their offense off balance because they can Texas A&M can score and score big and score quick with, like I said, Concepcion and the other talent players uh, uh, on this Texas A&M team. So how will this game fare? Time will tell. Saturday will tell the story. The next game, Saturday, December 20th, number 11, Tulane versus 11-2. They are 11-2 versus number 6, Ole Miss. Uh, Ole Miss 11-1. The game is 3:30 on TNT and HBO Max. So this game Tulane is number 11, and they are versus Ole Miss, and not only are they against Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin is no longer with the team. Of course, he, as they say, jumped ship to LSU. Um, Tulane is a group of five, and Tulane is a group of five coming in to these playoffs against Ole Miss. Some say that this game will be a no contest. Some will say that Ole Miss will just blow this game out of the water. Some say that Tulane shouldn't even show up. Well, Tulane made the playoffs, and they made the playoffs for a reason. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be an absolute blowout like people think. Some predict the score to be 49-7. Some people predict the score to be 49-14. I think this game is going to be a little bit closer than what the experts think. Um, Not saying Tulane is going to come in and dominate with Ole Miss all night long. But I do believe in this first quarter, Ole Miss is not going to be able to move the ball effectively like uh, a lot people have said. I think Tulane can hang in this game in the first half. The game really is decided in the second half. Um, Tulane is out of the American Athletic Conference, and they finished second. So yeah, I think Tulane is ready. They're not going to come into this game and just be Christmas decorations. I think they're going to come in and try to prove a point. So it's up to Ole Miss to uh, uh, play effectively through the offense, play effectively through the defense, um, prove to the SEC, prove to the playoff committee, prove to the world that's watching that this game and this playoff run belongs to you. Uh, some I've heard some reports say that Ole Miss possibly could get past the second round. So let's see what this matchup brings on Saturday, December 20th. The next game, December 20th, Saturday, December 20th. You have another group of five. Number 12, James Madison. They're coming in at 12-1. They will play the number 5 Oregon Ducks, who is 11-1. Yes, Dan Lanning and the Oregon Ducks are going to be at home, as well as Ole Miss going to play at home, and Texas A&M going to play at home along with Oklahoma's playing at home. But Dan Lanning and the Oregon Ducks come in at 11-1. The game is going to be 7:30 Saturday night, also on TNT and HBO Max. Um, James Madison is coming in. They finished second as well in the Sun Belt East Conference. They are a group of five. They're coming in and they want to prove as well that they belong in the playoffs. But Oregon is a high-powered offense. They're a high-powered defense. It is difficult. It is extremely hard to play in Eugene, Oregon. Um, this game, I think James Madison can possibly hang in there like Tulane in the first quarter, but because it's so difficult to play in Oregon, I heard some former players on the panels say that it is so difficult to play in Eugene, Oregon, that when the plays are being called from the sideline, you can hardly understand what is going on being said. So this game, I'm not going to say it's a blowout, but um, Oregon is going to win this game very, very convincingly. Um, so I just hope that James Madison can put on a good showing and you know play a decent game. If you need some notes, moving on. If you need some notes, um, Alabama is coming off a loss to Georgia in the SEC championship game. Um, and Alabama is not known for losing two games in a row. They're not known for losing back-to-back games. Um, Receiver Ryan Williams and is going to be a key player in this game for Oklahoma versus Alabama. Um, Defensive back Bray Hubbard is also going to be a key player in this game versus Oklahoma versus uh, 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 um, Alabama and Oklahoma. Next note, we have Oklahoma beat Alabama. We talked about that on November 15th, 2025. And can Oklahoma pull it off again at home there in Norman? Quarterback John Mateer is going to be one of the guys on this Oklahoma offense that is really going to show his leadership in how Oklahoma will try to pull this game off. Linebacker Owen Heineke, he's coming in with 67 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. He's going to take the reign at defense leader and get this defense on the road to trying to shut down this Alabama offense. We talked, and then just in case you want to get some more notes about the upcoming rounds, Indiana is your number 1 seed overall in the playoffs. They're coming in at 13-0, and they're waiting on one of these teams to win so they'll know who they're going to play in the second round. Ohio State comes in at your number 2 seeded team. They are 12-1. They are also sitting at home waiting to see who they're going to play in the second round. Number 3, Georgia. They're your number 3 seed. They're also 12-1. And they are your SEC champions. And they are waiting to see who they're going to play in the second round. Number 4 seed, Texas Tech, is also 12-1. They're waiting to see who they're going to play in the second round as well. So these are your teams: Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Tech. They all have first round byes, and they're waiting on the winners of the Oklahoma Alabama game, the Texas A&M Miami game, the Tulane versus Ole Miss game, the James Madison versus the Oregon game. This is going to be a awesome weekend for college football. It starts Friday night. We kick this thing off Friday night, and we're going to end it Saturday night for the first round. And the train keeps on rolling, and we'll give you more coverage on the games coming up. Uh, I won't break down every single game that's on slate, but we'll be talking about what's happening throughout the duration of the playoffs. Um, so this is going to be a awesome playoffs. Can't wait to see these games, um, and can't wait to see just to be cheering on everybody. But do I have a favorite in this playoffs? Well, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I'm rooting for the ACC, Miami to move on, like I was saying. But I really got my eye on Georgia. I just want to really see what Georgia brings to the table for this duration of the playoffs. So just want to see all the teams do well, and we'll talk about it more as the weeks roll on. So this is all that we have for today. I encourage everyone to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, leave a comment. I am your host, RDJ, and always go Noles.